go. We're on the road. We have a trailer behind us. So exciting.
First trip of the year.
Where are we going?
We're going to Umpqua State Park.
Yay, I can't wait to get there. We are just outside of Sisters and it's snowing. And we have to go over the pass, which until yesterday was completely clear. Now that we're going to go over the pass, it's snowing.
Of course.
Because that's how things happen. And it looks like it'll be snowing all week. And then we'll have to come back.
Up at the top.
Not very nice weather for towing. Snowing. It's really windy. There's quite a bit of traffic up here. But I don't feel like I can complain. I know we need the snow up here, so much as I don't like having to drive in it or ride in it while Keith drives, it is nice to see the snow up here.
It was nice to finally get the trailer out for the first time this year. Spent some time the week beforehand getting things ready, going through some things. We did have a couple issues come up. One of them is that new converter we bought, Progressive Dynamics converter. For some reason, it's not converting my 120 into 12 volt. So I'm working with the company now. I'll give you an update as that transpires. And then we also had a little glitch with our deadbolt on our door that for some reason was sticking in the locked position. Thankfully, we got it unlocked and we were able to complete the trip with it. But just a couple minor little details to work through. I think you always have to do that when you get your trailer out for the first time for the year.
And continuing down the road, we have a covered bridge. Good pasture bridge.
We've often tried to plan a trip to the beach this time of year for a little celebration. Thankfully, this year we were able to do it. And on our way through Springfield, we decided to stop at Cabela's. This is one of my favorite stores. If you like the great outdoors and getting into hunting and fishing, hiking, camping, other outdoor activities, Cabela's has just about everything you need. It's kind of interesting when you compare this store to some of their bigger ones. We've been to their Fort Worth, Texas Cabela's store, and that place is ginormous. They have their own pond. I think you can actually test out boats on their pond. It's that big. This one's still neat. We enjoyed coming here. I was looking for a little Zebco spin cast reel. I've had my original fishing pole my dad bought me when I was just a little kid. The handle broke and the reel finally gave up the ghost many, many decades ago. And I finally pulled it out this year and went through and epoxied a new handle on it that I just got. And then stopped here at Cabela's and we were able to find that Zebco. And it is now back in working form. I'm going to have to see if I can catch a fish with it again when we head out to a lake later this year. If that's the case, it'll be the first time in probably 40 plus years that I've caught a fish on it. But it's neat to have it back up and operational. And of course, back on the road, heading to the coast. The coast is one of Sonia's favorite places to go. This year we decided to do something a little different, and we headed to Umpqua River Lighthouse State Park. We have been here before, but it was probably close to 20 years ago. We went there with some family and we stayed in their deluxe yurts that they have there. Honestly, I don't remember much from that trip. It's always interesting as you drive by Dean Creek elk viewing area. We've been through here at certain times of the year that there are just massive herds of elk out there, huge branch antler bulls. There's several pull-offs. There's almost like a rest area with bathrooms and parking area if you wanted to stop and take a look at them. Places you can use your binoculars to view the elk. And other times like this time, we drove through there and we did not see anything. This is a little town of Reedsport. We later came back to here to go to a fabric store of sorts. You'll have to stay tuned for that one. It was an interesting shop, but we got some fabric there for another project. This being a state park, it wasn't too expensive. If I recall correctly, it was $30 a night. We had planned to be there for 4 nights. And we've picked a spot that had water and electric. Though for this trip, this early in the year, with as cold as the temperatures are still back here at home, we opted to not put any water into our fresh water system. And we went with a jug of water with a spigot that was sitting up by the sink, and we kept a gallon jug of water in the bathroom to take care of business there, because we didn't want to run any water through our fresh water lines, then come home to below freezing temperatures and have that problem again. So we opted not to hook up the water, but the site did have water and electric. And for the converter issue that I had, I bought a lithium compatible trickle charger, and we were able to use that through the trip and had no issues keeping the batteries charged. But we'll get that converter issue figured out, and we'll let you know what happens on that. We have a list for our setup and breakdown for the camp, and it makes things pretty darn easy. We've got a pretty good rhythm set up as to getting the trailer leveled. We got lucky on this site. We did not have to do any adjustments side to side. It was dead on level. We just had to do front to back, and that's pretty easy to do with the tongue jack, and got it all set up. And nice little camp. We had a nice campfire here Tuesday night as well. Fairly private spots. I'd definitely come back here again. It was definitely enjoyable.
First meal of the trip. This is a pork with a honey balsamic glaze. It's really easy to make. It's great camp food.
And it tastes good.
It does taste good. You ready to eat?
Yes.
Yay!
I'm very hungry.